Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhang dhammang sanghang namasami. Welcome to this time of reflection once again. In this space of reflection, we are free to inquire and to investigate into the nature of reality, nature of our experience, without fear or favor. Rather, we adopt an open and non-dogmatic attitude. And I think this is especially relevant in these times of strong and intense, passionate clinging to beliefs, dogmas, and ideologies. So much so that this strong clinging and fixation on differences between human beings are resulting in a great deal of conflict, of fighting, of destruction, of suffering. We live in a very uncertain time. We all know that. We can feel it in our bones. And in this situation of uncertainty, I think it is very timely and very helpful to reflect on what exactly are we living for? Why am I here? What should I be pursuing in this life? In other words, what does it mean for me to live a good, flourishing life? So in other words, we are called into a journey of deep inquiry. And it is important for us not to overlook or neglect this call of the heart. Perhaps beneath all our anxieties, our worries, our fears, is that deep longing for a sense of refuge, a sense of genuine flourishing, of purpose and meaning that is able to withstand the vagaries of life. We are longing for truth and for freedom. And in this inquiry, it is very important for us not to be bound by our conditioning, bound by authority, bound by our insecurities, but rather to allow ourselves, to give ourselves the permission to ask difficult questions. Because if we are to avoid these difficult questions, we might end up just wallowing in business as usual, and at the end of the day, finding that we are none the wiser, and that we continue to be in a state of distress, and therefore not truly flourishing in life. So this freedom of inquiry means that we have to make our own discovery and to have our own realizations as we embark on this journey. It is not for someone to tell us, to tell you and me, what to believe, what is true, what is right, what is wrong, but for us to make that personal journey of inquiry our very own, and to have that freedom of the spirit to inquire fearlessly. So what I'm sharing, as I've said before, are merely reflections born of my own inquiry. And I share them with you with the hope that it will stimulate and encourage you to embark on your own journeys of inquiry. The Buddha described the Dhamma, his teachings on reality, in this way: Pacatang veditabbo vinyuhiti. So the Dhamma is to be personally realized, each for oneself. It is for each person to come to a personal realization of the Dhamma for himself or herself. Nobody can give you that realization, and nobody can do it for you. Just like you have to eat the food on your plate to fulfill your hunger, somebody else cannot eat that plate of food for you. In the same way with the Dhamma. And once you have that realization of the Dhamma in your own mind, in your own heart, nobody can take that away from you. Simple as that. And you don't need anyone to confirm or to say, oh, hello, you are now in the first stage of enlightenment. Oh, I recognize you to be in the second stage of enlightenment. Oh, I'm confirming your awakening experience. There's no need for that. Because when you realize it for yourself, you know. You know you are free. You know how free you are. And nobody can confirm or disconfirm that for you. Only you can. The ego might like to feel that, oh, I am recognized, certified, enlightened by some great master. The ego likes that. But when you're truly selflessly realized in the Dhamma, all of that falls away. There is no need. Be a person of no rank. There's no need to have what we call FOMO, fear of missing out. Rather, we learn JOMO, the joy of missing out. Missing out is great. When you miss out on all this exciting stimulation of the senses, when you miss out on all the traps of the ego, when you miss out on all the calculus of profit and popularity, of gaining the whole world or losing your soul, you miss out on that, then you're really missing out on things that should be missed out on. And there's no loss. In fact, you are truly, truly free. Let it all go, all those trappings, and be free. So thank you, friends, for listening to this reflection. It's a free flow reflection on the spirit of free inquiry, something that I think is very important, something that we often neglect, something that is not often taught, especially when we come into a place of existential inquiry and we think, okay, I'm coming to this religious faith or that community. And instead of finding this spirit of inquiry, we are actually asked to believe in this set of dogmas or that set of beliefs with a kind of blind, unquestioning faith. It's as if we then lock our brains in a closet until it gathers dust and more, it decays. While all the time, not finding out, not discovering, not realizing anything that is real. So friends, let us be done with all of that and come into this moment, right here, right now, and go deep into the nature of your experience here and now, not in some future time, not in hope of some future gain, but here and now. Make your own discoveries and surrender yourself to that process of inquiry and allow that to take you to a place that you may have never come across before. In the newness of that discovery, you might be surprised by joy. Thank you, friends. Ad Maiorem Dei Gloriam. For the greater glory of God, in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. This is not a dogma to be believed in, but something for you to discover. Thank you, friends.